Oh, you thought I forgot. Hello, everybody. It's time for the final bonus part of Let's Play Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. And today we're doing the Mummy Me Forever stage, which is a lot harder on Switch than it is on Wii U, in my opinion. So this is similar to the Labyrinth stage that we did earlier, Chaos in the Grand Labyrinth, in that you have to make it through a gauntlet of stages. 50 in this case, as opposed to the Grand Labyrinth's 30 stages. And yeah, you are being chased by mummy me's. Notice I said mummy me's. In Grand Labyrinth, you're only being chased by one. With Mummy Me Maze Forever, one more Mummy Me gets added on at regular intervals. I think it's every 10 stages? Yeah, it's every 10 stages. And it can get rough in those streets. I stand by Grand Labyrinth being easier because all you have to do is just make it to like the mole that will create the warp box for you, and then you're out of the stage. With this one, there's a lot of like navigation, dealing with enemies that can take advantage of just the layout of the stage. The fireball piranhas kept giving me so much trouble, and just the fact that you're constantly being chased down by mummy me's that start chasing you immediately, whereas with the Grand Labyrinth, it would be a little while before the mummy me would show up, like once you start moving essentially, so you're able to scope out your surroundings, see what you're dealing with, and plan accordingly. You don't get that luxury with Mummy Me Forever. I mean, you can kinda wait at the start of a floor and just quickly look around, but the mummy me is going to spawn on top of you if you're not careful, because that did happen to me a few times. So yeah, you just make it through each floor, finding the warp box that's hidden in the corner opposite of you, and go from there. Floors 1 through 4 are just your standard garden variety piranha plants. Floors 6 through 9 are piranha sprouts, which are just those dudes that you can like walk on top of and pull them out of the ground. Floors 11 through 14 are Goombas and Goomba towers. Those are surprisingly tough to deal with, because once the Goombas see you, they start chasing you down. Floors 16 through 19 are boos, which can go through walls, so you got to be careful with those. Kite them accordingly. Floors 21 through 24 are fire piranha plants. They are tough. Thankfully, the game is nice enough to have mushrooms spawn more frequently on those floors. So if you get hit, it's not the end of the world. Floors 26 through 29 are blue shy guys. They just rotate around, just guarding whatever area they're in, and if they see you, they start chasing you down. Floors 31 through 34 are bullet bills, and they can destroy parts of the labyrinth, which can be both helpful and detrimental. Helpful in that it can create a shortcut to where you're trying to get to, but detrimental in that, you know, that will then make a new place for bullets to reach. You got to be careful with that. Floors 36 through 39 are more piranha sprouts. They're like bunched together. That one's not that bad because they kind of fire on regular intervals, like you'll see when we get there. Floors 41 through 44 are bullet bills paired with Goomba towers, but the pickaxes are more likely to spawn on those floors to help you out. And then floors 46 through 49 are boos and fire piranha plants. That is scary. Every fifth room contains a bunch of charging chucks and a magic Koopa that you just need to avoid. And then floors 10, 20, and 35 are resting points where you can get a ton of coins, gold mushrooms, and a regular mushroom in case you got hit. And if you had not got hit, then that's 10 extra coins for you. The bonus challenge for Mummy Me Forever is to beat the stage with 5,000 coins, which is not the hardest challenge. Like, the Grand Labyrinth challenge, I will say, is harder than Mummy Me, but like just completing the stage normally, I feel, is far easier than Mummy Me. But yeah, challenge-wise, this one isn't that bad. The best advice I can give is to just try to get as many as possible on the earlier stages when things are easy with the piranha plants and the piranha sprouts. You can end those floors with honestly close to like 2,000, and then you can get the other coins on the other floors just through normal play. If you just try to focus on maximizing your time on the easier floors to get as many coins as possible, you'll be fine. Like, you will end the stage with like more than enough gold coins. Not to mention the 50th floor, there are a ton of gold mushrooms, like a ton. So if you find yourself like, I don't think there's a full 1,000 on that floor, but I would not be shocked if there was. I was not paying too much attention to my coin numbers when I got to the final floor on my successful attempt because it had been a long day of recording. But yeah, if you find yourself short of 5,000 when you get to the last floor, all of the gold mushrooms there are really helpful. So yeah, that's pretty much all I can say. I find this stage harder on Switch, or at least in docked Switch mode, because when you're playing on Wii U, you can use the touchscreen of the gamepad to just stun the enemies, which would make some floors way easier to deal with. And then the fact that you're able to play on gamepad, so you can just like use one hand to just tap the enemies while you're busy moving around, like not having to worry about much of anything. Like, that was my strategy for the original version. Just kind of having like a little claw hold, for lack of a better term, on the gamepad. Like, my right hand, my right index finger would be to tap enemies, and then my pinky would be to rotate the right analog stick. I believe you could also use gyroscope controls with that as well, so it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but I was just holding like my gamepad level on a flat surface while just doing that, and then I'm moving around with the left analog stick. With this, you kind of have to use the gyroscope when you're playing docked to stun the enemies. That was a little rough, and you will see my cursor just wildly going around the screen on later floors because I was struggling. Though I think my prior knowledge of Mummy Me Forever made this take not as long as it could have, but I was making it to I don't know, like, this recording session, there was maybe about like 15 attempts, if I'm being completely honest. It was really the fire piranha plants that gave me the most trouble. I did die a few times on the Shy Guys, and I think once on Bullet Bill. But once you get past Bullet Bill floor, it's not that bad. Like, the second Piranha Sprout floor, or the second set of Piranha Sprout floors are easy. they are a nice breather. I mean, granted, you still have to be constantly moving because you're being chased by mummies, but it is an easy floor. And then, like with the Bullet Bill and Goomba/Goomba Tower floor, like I said, pickaxes are likely to show up there, and the Bullet Bills can kill the Goombas, which is very helpful. The Boo and Piranha Plant floors, though, are scary. And I was just trying to hightail it as fast as possible to the exit. Because by that point, I was good enough on the 5,000 coins. So, yeah, just stay calm, keep your wits about you, and don't stop moving, and you'll be fine. I also think the close corridors? Is it close corridors or closed corridors? Well, closed would mean there's no way in or out. So the close quarters are just really rough for this stage. With Grand Labyrinth, a lot of the stages were like pretty open. Yeah, you had the labyrinth walls, but they were nothing like this. Mummy Me stage is pretty claustrophobic. So you just gotta really be careful, hug the walls so that you have room to maneuver when the Mummy Me chain gets pretty dang big, and just don't stop moving. So yeah, I don't really have much else to say for this, just enjoy the rest of this here stage. Unlike the Grand Labyrinth, you don't really get much out of this. Like being the Grand Labyrinth, you get the Super Crown. For beating this, like, you just get bragging rights. And the final 3 bonus stages. Oh, and also apparently the 3DS version has fewer coins. Because, you know, hardware limitations. So you only have to collect 3,000 coins in the 3DS version. But, yeah, like, the stages you unlock after this, there are 3 of them. But they're the Coins Galore stages that you play during the normal game. But now you can play them whenever you want. If you need some lives. Though, once you're done with Mummy Me, you kind of won't need them. Just saying. I mean, hell, even before you get to here, you probably won't need them. But, yeah, when we get done with this, I will show off the Coins Galore stages again, so you can just see them again. And yeah, that will be it for Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. Sorry it took me so long to wrap everything up. I did initially intend to finish this up before starting Super Mario 3D World, but it is what it is. So, thank you all for watching. Have a great day. I'm going to be tapping out of the commentary and enjoy the rest of this here stage. You will see when I got scared and stressed out and was panicking. Oh, you will see. It gets scary. It gets scary in the Mummy Me maze. But yeah, enjoy the rest of the video, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.
You.